these recent elections. It's unfortunate that because the two things happened, first of all. One party took over the labor movement, which is one of my favorite movements also. And then it became a regional party, more than, whereas it was a marvelous breach into the established two camps. Peter Obi achieved something remarkable there, that he broke that mold. Yes, however, he did not win the election. In addition, my own organization has a monitoring unit. You know the one I'm talking about. And so I could say categorically that Peter Obi's party came third, not even second. And that the leadership knew it. Well, they wanted to do what we call in Yoruba, gbajue. That is, you know, you have force of arms. You also have force of lies. And it was gearing up towards violence. They were going to send some of the hardliners, were going to send crowds, young people into the streets to demonstrate. I'm always ready to be among such demonstrators, but only on the banner of truth, not of lies, not of deceit.
Dear distinguished Professor Wole Soyinka, it was Martin Luther King Jr. that said that the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands at moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenges and controversies. It's unfortunate that we are still discussing this very pedestrian, shallow, really not so factual, directly impacting society conversations. And we expect more, but it's fine. It's fine. Very fine. And now, away from Wole Soyinka, let's talk to us. It's unfortunate that the 2023 general elections has exposed and revealed many Nigerians to us. As much as I do not expect everybody to be on my side, I don't expect everybody to support the candidate I support the values I support the principles I support, but I expected at a certain level of deliberate, conscious effort will be put into ensuring that whatever we are saying or doing is about sanitizing the process and making the systems work better. After writing my first JAM, and then my father wanted me to study a particular course, but I got 213, and at that time 213 was a far cry from the particular course I wanted to study. So my father insisted that I write JAM. But there's this particular man, at that time he worked one of the financial institutions in this country. I don't want to mention because of respect of privacy. That man would always ask me, if he sees me 10 times every day, he would ask me, you call my name Momosei, Umaye left school, you have not gone to school, you have not gone to school. And this is the man I explained to this morning that I may have to retake JAM. But then he's going to ask me again. He asks continually to the point I started avoiding that route so I don't meet that man. There's another man who was then a police officer who was also not so far from that house. The problem of that, anytime he sees me, because he knew my father, my parents, and certain level of respect for them, how they respect him, anytime he sees me with any kind of person that he doesn't like or he has pinpointed as though he was a bad person, he will call me. There was one day that man called me to his compound when he saw me with a couple of friends. We were going to play football. Sat me down and said he was going to tell me something. I was there until those boys left. When they had gone far, I told them, go back home. I don't like you with those boys. I like you, but I don't like the fact that you're working with those boys. Consistently. Why am I bringing this? There are certain persons in our lives, our society, that are supposed to be beacon of light because of what they have garnered over the years, their exposure, their education, their knowledge, their information base, their personality, their brand, their character. Surprisingly, the 2023 election has exposed a lot of things in our economy that we say, wow. Unfortunately, I said this a while ago, and some persons who were very intellectual came to my DM and said, no, I should not have said that. Most of the people that we regarded as Pan-Africanists, nationalists, that brought us here as a people, they were just people fighting for their tribal or ethnic nation to survive in this in this entity, it wasn't because they had the goal of a country at heart. They were more Yorubanized than being Nigerians. They were more Igbos than being Nigerians. They were more Hausas and Fulanis and Kanuris and Efiks. Unfortunately, the man that moved the motion for self-independence is from Benin. And then he didn't make any personal move to ensure that the Benin had center stage at that time. He just made move. He saw the opportunity. Anthony Naoro, may his soul rest in perfect peace. But the people that hijacked the process took it for the benefit of their tribe. The election of 2023 was a tribal thing than a Nigerian thing. But it's unfortunate that we are not discussing why INEC will use over 300 billion to conduct an election to please a particular tribe in this country. Because that's the only reason why. And you heard Prof say that it became regional. At what point did it become regional, sir? For the first time, we had an Igbo man that was powerful enough to become president of this country. And certain persons are angry with it. Obviously, there is a problem with the Igbo tribe in this country. But nobody has said this. We never knew. Because I do not expect Prof to have supported Peter Obi. That's fine. But the fact that he's more concerned that they were going to why is Prof not talking about the process? Let's assume he was right. Peter Obi and the rest of us knew that Peter Obi came third. But does that give rise to INEC flaunting electoral laws, breaking electoral principles, breaking their promise to have conducted the most shambolic elections ever? Why is Prof not talking about the character of the candidate of the All Progressives Congress in the election? Why has Prof refused to point his fingers on why the APC gave their ticket to a man that has been categorized as reports are coming day and night? Prof is not talking about it. So the election was about the Yoruba tribe. And no disrespect meant for all of you that Yorubas that mean well for this country. So when I say you mean well for this country, I'm not saying you should support my candidate. I respect Omoyele Sowore so much. I respect him so much. Respect him so much. And those that are close to me know how much. Even when he doesn't stand a chance to become president, I may even become president before him because of his weak strategies. But I like him. I like him. There are several persons I listen to, and I respect them because they have Nigeria at heart. But you see this bunch of people, these ones, they are more concerned about their tribe taking center stage. And even the APC, as I talk to you, there is a Yoruba APC, there is a Northern APC. People tribe. So when we fight for the future of this country, let's be sure what we are fighting for. Are you fighting for your tribe to take center stage, or you are fighting for the nation to take center stage? I have got Benin people coming from far and wide in this country and say, let's concentrate on growing the Edo economy. Let's concentrate on the Benin kingdom. And I say, no, it's Nigeria first. No matter how embellished your sitting room is, if your kitchen is bad, you will not eat good food. If your toilet is terrible, or your bathroom is terrible, you will still have infections. Let's do an holistic approach to the growth of this country. Unfortunately, Professor Wole Soyinka has shown repeatedly that the 2023 election is a settlement for the next Nigerian election. That's what it means. But why did you need to use Nigerian money to settle that? Now, just told the rest of us to keep quiet. Tell everybody to not bother. Tell them the over 30 million Nigerians that went to re-register and get their PVCs not to bother. And just say you were going to use it to amend for what happened in 1993. Simple. We would have rested. Prof and the rest of all of you. See, when I say this now, nobody should misunderstand me. There are several Nigerians who mean well for this country in all tribes of this country. Obviously, what we are seeing now, they may be masquerading as though they are talking about the elections. It's a lie from the pit of hell. Prof! I expected you to be a man of character and we should be discussing how to make our electoral laws strengthened, how to deepen our democracy. Why the concentration of Peter Obi? The man did what none of you could do. The man did the unexpected. At the point the man was flagging off his joker. You want to run a country where just two parties and two candidates continue. Atiku Abubakar has been running for presidency in this country because you guys already knew. You know that you have Atiku in your finger, so he's already crisped, so to speak. But you're not God. If God says he's going to be president, he will be, right? But deliberately, you just saw a man from nowhere and saw the people, and then all forms. I'm asking, when is Wole Soyinka going to call? Oh God. I'm seeing videos of MC Oluomo and several other touts in Lagos State doing all sorts before the election. When is Prof going to point his fingers at these errors and say, let's correct it as a people? Peter Obi is not a messiah. He's not the best Nigerian to have become president. Some of us supported him because we think he has lesser baggage and he is better than the rest of them. It's okay not to support Peter Obi. But if you say there was nothing wrong with the election, if you say nothing wrong with the process, if you say the characters of the people that contested wasn't a problem, you're a liar. Take that to the bank. Share this video and let it go around. I'll catch you later.